pulling up to Porsche Centre Vaughan for a classic Porsche event. I believe it's only 997 and down, which is why we didn't bring the GT4 today. We're the 997 GT3RS that the Stradman drove last weekend. We are pulling in, I guess I gotta pull in right here. But look at this 992 GT3RS parked right outside. Let's see what stuff's inside. It's a 6, so they're doing like a little photo in front of this like background when you pull in. I guess they do it for every car. Pretty sick. So yeah, taking the photo. Thank you. But we are driving in. You can see all older Porsches, like no 992s, nothing like that here. Everything's pretty sick, pretty old. Let's take a look at some cars here. Look at that in the service bay. We got a 959 in red. This is sick. Speedster 996 GT3RS. I never sold those in North America. There's some sick stuff here today. That's awesome. So the most interesting part of this meet might be the turnaway lot, the cars that we're not allowed in. Let's take a look at some of the cars that we're not allowed into this meet. When they say they have standards for the meet and it has to be pre-997, they mean it. We got a GT3RS, a Dakar, 718, a 992, a Spyder RS in the turnaway lot, next to a red GT4, next to a paint to sample GT4, next to a GT4 RS and another GT4 RS and another GT4 RS. All this in the turnaway lot, even 718 Spyder right there, just cars that are not allowed into the meet. Guys, these are cars that are not allowed into the meet. How crazy is that? Another car that will get turned away. We got a 718 Spyder. That's why we left the GT4 at home. Okay, so Annie, based on the food, what's your review of this meet?
Based on the food, 10 out of 10.
And what about the cars?
10 out of 10.
Okay. So it's really cool how they divided all the sections kind of based on the generation of 911. So here we have the 996 generation, you know, from your Carreras, turbo cab, turbo coupe, just kind of lined up the whole way. So it's pretty sick. You can see some more there, and also some boxers. I think there's a GT3 right there, 996, which is sick. But here, I'm surprised I got so many air-cooled Porsches, because the amount of 993s is like pretty crazy. You would never really see 993s. There's this blue one is actually pretty sick. I don't think it's a real RS, but I think it's like a tribute. We got Carreras, turbos, everything here. Then we have the original like 930s there, 964s over there. We have then like the 928s and 944s, like all that type of cars there. Here 997 pulling up right now. You see they're doing like the photo in front of the wall. The setup on this is sick. It's not a full really busy meet, but it's quality, right? They set it up nicely, they divided the cars nicely, and you know, it's kind of nice in the morning. It's calm, free food, like honestly a great event. So we've been seeing this 959 at honestly a lot of meets recently. It's nice to see. It was a drive fest. It was here at the last meet they did at this location, and I don't know how long I have to film here before the music turns back on, but you know, the original Porsche hypercar, the competitor to the F40, kind of a rally car originally. These cars are so complicated in technology. It's kind of the Bugatti Veyron in technology of its day. Oh, and music starting. We might be screwed, but 996 GT3RS, Speedster, Carrera RS, and I might have to stop. So again, I'm sorry about the loud music, but we have the GT3R right here. But next to that, look at that. The silver Carrera GT, black interior, best driver's car ever, potentially. I've never properly driven one. I got to move one, but I really want to try to drive one and experience what everybody's talking about. Next to that, we got a Singer DLS. Let's go look at it. Yeah, the Singer DLS is sick. There used to not be any Singers around now. Probably 10 in the city at this point. This is so cool. The black and orange looks honestly incredible. They have a bunch of GT cars right over there. They kind of push to the corner, but Singer DLS is pretty cool. So 997.1. Jason bought the orange one. Now they have a green one inside. Then they have a 0.2 exactly like what we brought today, but only difference is, if you guys know Porsches, you can tell the one difference this car has over the one that I'm driving. Yellow brake calipers mean carbon ceramic brakes, but then behind that we have this awesome looking 992 GT3RS, and this thing with the painted front and the blue inserts and everything looks honestly so sick. Check out the interior of the Singer, the material on the seats, the orange looks so good. Carbon fiber everywhere, but it looks so freaking good. Must be so satisfying to drive one of these. So I don't know what's going on with this meet. It's a classic Porsche meet. It's not a Honda meet, and suddenly there is a rev battle. I have never seen this happen at a classic car meet, let alone classic Porsche meet. So I guess we're starting off with a microphone and a GT3RS and an exhaust. So let's see how this goes. But I guess they're just gonna rev cars here. That's not what I expect to see at this type of meet. But you know, at first I said GT3RS is gonna do a rev battle in the announcements. I looked around, the only ones were me and Jason. I'm like, I don't think either of us are doing it. But let's see. Okay. Probably not the best car to be revving. These are not known for being the best sounding cars, but this, I feel like it's gonna sound a lot better. Let's see how the Singer DLS does. So far, I think this is the winner, but let's hope this So, I don't know, that rev off was interesting. The Singer DLS did pretty well. Carrera GT was honestly kind of disappointing. I thought it was going to be louder. I don't know if he didn't rev it all the way or what the deal was. My opinion, Singer DLS won, but let me know what you guys think, who you guys think won. Okay guys, so we're just like hanging out. We thought the meet's kind of over, and if you can kind of see over there, there's something pretty interesting. So, a Pagani Huayra Roadster just showed up to a classic Porsche meet. Like, what? Yeah, so it's the Huayra Roadster at the Porsche meet. Just ditch it street park, doesn't matter. Top down and look at the crowds all just coming here. What? Just, that is interesting. So look at that, just all the classic Porsches right here, and then we turn around and the Pagani is just parked, street parked here, blocking the exit. But you know what? Can never complain if you just see a random Pagani, so I mean, why not? Sharp blue GT3, but that is not the coolest car here. We just found the coolest car here. No, there's an Aventador 50th there, GT3RS. But weirdly, this Cayenne is the coolest car here because when we look inside, this is a factory manual Cayenne, and it's not the first gen Cayenne. It's the second gen Cayenne, which is even rarer to find in a manual. These things still to this day are worth like 50 grand, 60 grand, whereas the normal one's probably worth 15. So this is insane to see. I don't know if I've ever seen this generation Cayenne in a manual. That's freaking awesome. Also, some cars pulling out, 993. Another one behind it. This 992 GT3RS is pretty cool. I think our friends actually just finished this wrap, but I'm not 100% sure. Now this is pretty cool. This is a 50th anniversary Aventador Roadster, LP720, also 718 RS Spyder. But the cool thing about this 50th anniversary, first of all, Team Anija, if you guys don't know, they have like crazy cars in Japan. They had the Zonda Anija, absolutely wild stuff. I don't think this really has so much affiliation with it. Still pretty cool though. But wheels on the 50th anniversary Aventador from the same company that made the wheels for my GT4. They made like custom made wheels, honestly awesome, Forge Elite. But yeah, on a spec like this, awesome to see. I think right now the meat is kind of dying down. The Pagani is right there. Ooh, R6, pretty nice low key. But I think we're probably gonna start heading out soon. Look at the silverish blue GT4RS. That's the Aventador Roadster launch color actually. This is awesome, paint to sample, cool car.